It's your boy Corn Dog, the Real Hustler. As always, I'm repping for SVTV, StreetVision.com. We down here at AMBIANCE, the Ultra Lounge, for the CD release party for Kandi Koated.
Amen, 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 amen.
This is Corn Dog, repping StreetVision.com, and I'm sitting here with singer, songwriter, producer. Let me go back. Grammy songwriter, producer, star of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kandi.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing great. First, I want to say, why they call it The Real Housewives of Atlanta? Because half of the women on there not even married.
I have no idea. I asked that question myself because when they asked me to be on the show, I'm like, what they want me to be on the show for?
Well, we're going to make it official for you because I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say that I'll be your husband.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
No. But we're here to talk about your new CD, Kandi Koated, which is dropping
December 14th. Next Tuesday, everybody. Y'all got to go out there and get it.
I've heard some of the cuts on it. It's very hot. Very hot. What's your motivation behind the rap?
Well, basically, as far as all the songs I write are really based off of personal experiences most of the time. But I've been wanting to do another album for the longest. I finally was able to pull everything together on my end and finally got with the right label that wanted to get behind the project. So everything is about timing, and I feel like all the cards just fell in place right now.
And it shows in the work as well. From seeing you on the show, seeing you in the studio, you are a hard worker. I mean, you put a lot into your music.
I definitely have put a lot into my music. With this album, I wanted to make a classic album. I felt like it's been so long since my last album, my first time around. It's been 10 years, really. At first, I took a break. I was like, I don't want to do albums anymore. I'm just going to stay behind the scenes. And then after time passed, I was like, I missed it, So ever since, I've been trying to figure out a way, okay, how I'm going to do this project or whatever, and doing guest appearances on other people's songs. And finally, I just said, well, you know what, I'm going to put it out myself. So last year when I did Fly Above and put it on iTunes, it started doing so well that Warner Brothers reached out to me and was like, hey, we want to get behind you and, do this album with you. So right then, I just started pulling together some songs, that I already had that was hot. And then the rest, was just new inspiration. And, yeah.
Okay, so who do you have working on the album with you? Because I see you got some powerhouse behind you.
Yes, Neo, he got on the album with me. Jazzy Faye, Brian Michael Cox, who has so many hits. He was the songwriter of the decade this past last year. And let's see, mine's blank. Oh, my girl Tiny that was in Escape with me. We did a duet together. And it's just a lot of people that came together to help me with this album. So it's like, to me, production-wise, it's star-studded. Lyrically, I came with it. Neo came with it, and I had a couple people that I collaborated with. So I really can't wait for y'all to check out the album. And you can actually hear some of the stuff early if you go on KandiOnline.com. It's a couple songs that you can preview ahead of time.
Yeah, like I said, I've previewed a couple of them, and I'm like, hey, look at her up in there. Let me ask you, going back to The Real Housewives, and seeing you there on the show, and you're trying to bring some musical talent out of some of your castmates there. I mean, yeah. Keep it real, because it's not a lot of talent there looking at that. But how hard is it?
To work with people who's not really strong singers? It's very hard. I mean, you got to be patient because you got to make them record it a million times. You got to edit. And then you got to run it through iTunes. There's a lot you got to do to make them sound a certain way, but that's not the first time I had to do that for somebody. I mean, when you're watching the show, you getting to see the behind the scenes, but like a lot of artists out there, may have hit records, but you didn't see how they got to that point. That's a lot of people out there. Everybody knows that, you'd be like, oh, they're not really great singers, but hey, they got hit records, so that's all that matters, the finished product.
Well, much success to your CD coming out. Let everybody know again your due date.
December 14th. Get Kandi Koated, okay?